All right, well, welcome to the demo of the staff record management of Smartreview. Smartreview is a comprehensive human resources, performance management, and administration management software. But in the next few minutes, we're just going to focus on the staff record management of the application. So if you look at this, you have under the staff record, we have the list of current staff and then the list of all the staff. The major difference between, um, you know, the current staff and all the staff is the fact that under the all staff, you have both the list of those people who have been your employees at some point and the ones that are current. But here you have only the current employees listed, and I'll be able to show the difference. But one of the interesting thing about the application is the fact that um, the list of stuff that is provided is a very fantastic grid, coming with pictures and having a number of easy access and easy to relate with features. For example, if you look at this grid, if I decide to just want to look at only those people who are managers, I'll just come here and click on managers, and then it filters off every other thing, and that makes it extremely easy to be able to reduce when you have about 100 or 50 or whatever stuff. You can actually focus on just a few by a click of a button. Another thing that you can see here is the fact that it also have a list here based on department. So if I want to see only those who are in marketing and sales, for example, I can just slice that, and then you can reduce um, the number that I'm dealing with, and then it can provide me with the. Another thing you need to see is the fact that both the system can list in small chunks, but it can also list all. So right now I don't have more than but for when you have about 50 or 100 staff, you can just have a chunk of 20 coming up first, and then you can list, click on all, so that the same can provide you with all the. Now the next thing I want to show us here is the fact that um, the system has a very um, good feature with respect to, you have a list of your staff right now. You can export them through a PDF, whatever, and then it can provide us with the exports of that list, that grid. Just clicking on that can do that, and then we can. So it can generate a PDF, whatever, and then we can view it, and then you can save it. All right. So that's just one of the things that the feature have the ability to provide. But beyond that, you also have um, you have other features, like, for example, the system have the ability to look at uh, quick search. Right now, I can say I just want to see a name that contains monsoon, for example. If I click here, and then it will slice everything, and then it's only that particular name that's available. All right, but then it also have a very deep, advanced search here, which, with a large volume of stuff, you can look at all the different criteria that's important. For example, um, if you're interested in the staff, you know, that is recruited between a particular period, you can just come here and use between, and then it provides you two dates within which we can, we can search and stuff like that. This is a very powerful feature that can take a lot of stress and manage your time extremely well, while being extremely accurate. So you can list on, you can actually get. So let's say I just want to look at those who are in a particular department, and then I click on, maybe administration, for example, and then I do that search, and then it limits that to um, whatever it is that I have. So I can go back there and remove, clear the search, so that it can become just okay. All right. So now, one of the things that I wanted us to see is the fact that okay, let me just go back so that I can have all the stuff relisted back. Oh, sorry, I just needed to remove this. Clear. Search. All right. Now, so I have my staff listed fully back. Now, one of the things that I wanted us to show, I wanted us to see again, is the fact that by the time we come to look at the details of a particular staff, then we can have uh, almost anything you will expect in an HR, application is available here. Um, in terms of record, you can get the basic record of the staff, including the picture can be uploaded, and everything basically. But one of the interesting features is this system provides you with the opportunity to upload unlimited, documents that is related to the staff. For example, you can load the certificates, you can load the application letter, you can load queries, you can load anything that is related to this stuff, just like you would do in a standard HR file. So if you can see here, you can add new files to even the ones that are existing here, and then it's extremely easy for you to keep on adding that. So at any point in time, you don't need to, go anywhere trying to search, for files that is related to a particular stuff. Once you scan it, or you have it, in any format that is, that you can upload, you can just upload. Many of our clients find that extremely useful. So you really don't need to, especially when you have the right as a manager, when you probably don't disturb the HR. You can actually access that and get this kind of information. And then you will notice that you have your organizational structure information, which has to do with anything that relates to where the staff is, the relationship between the staff and other people within the organization in terms of structure. You have the department, you have the sub-department, you have the job title, you have the company management level, which describes where the person belongs, and then the management competency level, which actually has to do with management competency evaluation and development of managers, and then you have so everything that has to do with the structure is actually available there. And then if you come down here, you will see the staff history part of it. You will see that the recruitment date is here, the confirmation date, when the staff, which date the staff exit, and this is the history status, which actually talks about whether it's the current staff is under suspension or is exited, or is probably on leave. This is something that you can update at any time to distinguish the different status of the staff. So that's as far as staff record is concerned. It's extremely flexible and provides you with a lot of details. One of the other things that I wanted us to see is, for example, when you now come here and say you want to look at all staff, you begin to see that the list looks quite similar, but this is where the difference is. Here there are 3 staff that have left the company, and the history status was not available at the current staff, but is now available. So, for example, if you want to look at those people that have left the company, you can just come here, and then the exited staff will come show you here, and then you can actually have whatever information that you want to have related to the staff that have left the company. Similarly, also under the advanced search, in the previous place, you will not have a field like history status, where you can actually see, so you can actually select any of the status to be able to, especially those who have left the company, to be able to actually filter out under this particular model. So that's one major difference between all staff and the current staff. Now, another thing that I would like us to see with respect to the staff management module is what we call the job title management, which usually comes with so if you can see this, you have a grid of all the job titles within the organization, accounts officer and everything, all the job titles, the management level they belong to, and then the competency level, then the department. So if I'm interested, for example, in looking at this job title in details, one of the things you will see is the fact that you have the title of the job, this position, but then you have the ability to upload the what you call the job description. So you can actually get the job description uploaded here, and then you can actually deal with that detail. So also you can see that you can focus on um, any position. You can slice. If I want to see the job title related to only to officers, so to show me, and then and stuff like that. So this is quite um, the basics that you will need to see with respect to our staff record. uh, Thank you very much.